What's up, guys? So today's video, we're going to be looking at and sharing my thoughts on the new character Jaeyun and the new weapon Greatsword, both of which I'm personally super excited about. And I'm going to just kind of share my thoughts and kind of give the verdict of, do I think this character is going to be viable, or is it going to be broken, or like really, really bad? So the main thing to talk about with Greatsword is that there are three different stances you can enter, and they're essentially notated by the yellow or the red swings that you see, or if there's no like color at all. Those are the three different ones you can be in. Egg made a great video explaining and going more in depth about it. Now, I think essentially this is just like an insane power creep. The fact that you essentially have one move that has two additional attacks, and this applies to, as far as I know, every other move on the kit, at the very least all the grounded moves. So this definitely allows you to like craft some crazy things on the ground. Now keep in mind, this weapon was said by Derailed, who led the design for this. He said that this is meant to be more of a string weapon and it doesn't have true combos. But I know the community and top players, there's probably going to be some people labbing some stuff and going to find some crazy things, especially if Dex does something for this weapon. If that's the case, then we could possibly seeing some quick nerfs happening to the kit. I'll just say that. All right, so right here we see Foda doing a charged up end sig on sword. Now, already I can say that that sig's pretty crazy. If we go back and look at it again, just the amount of height you get off of it, and it looks like you can kind of jump out of it pretty quick. So we're gonna see Foda do it again right here. You see it. I mean, he's not moving, but later on when you see him use it, he's definitely moving out of it super quick, and it also just sends him super high. That right there was the down sig. Now, what's interesting about the down sig, you see him do that little step back there, and Derailed and Foda and Duke, they kind of talk about feint moves and how some people were like, okay, I don't like the flow of feint moves exactly. It feels hard to use them aggressively because, you know, even if you do a dash, you still take that step back. However, in this case, you're actually not taking that step back, and it's essentially just like basically another side sig. I don't want to call it that, but it's just like a chop in front then, because if you do that dash, you're not really going to feel that step back. All right, so now right here, you have Foda showing off the side sig, and all I got to say is this side sig looks like it's actually even more insane than like Wu Shang's side sig. It looks like he's not moving in place at all, and he's just kicking a huge cloud in front of him. Now, I don't know how much force that sig has. Maybe it has less than Wu Shang's side sig, I hope, because otherwise that sig looks like it's just a crazy coverage option like Volkov side sig on Scythe maybe. It's definitely insane. Probably the most troublesome sig to me personally, at least, as far as it, you know, you get out of it super quick and it just covers a ton of options, like, and you're super safe, like edge guarding and stuff. Now, right here, you see them using what I believe that's sword down sig, and it looks like it's a little slow. However, to be fair, it also covers a lot of space, so even if it does feel slow, the amount of coverage you get is definitely worth using. Also, right there is Duke doing side sig, and side sig on Greatsword looks like it's pretty balanced. Now, keep in mind, I've never touched this character, so I don't know. You also saw Duke do a, we'll see him do the side sig again. But yeah, I'm glad they made the sigs at least somewhat slow. The end sig right there, that big swoop overhead, looks like it covers a ton, but it also is like pretty darn fast. And it's going to be another sig, like side sig on sword, that I think might be a bit troublesome if it actually does hit like considerably hard, and if it actually is that fast for how much area it covers. So overall, like the sig kit, like I said, I shared my thoughts. The end sig on Greatsword and then the side sig on the normal sword, I think they're probably going to be the most troublesome ones. Now, to be fair, like I said, have not touched the characters, so maybe that opinion will shift, like it most likely will. I think all the SIGs look super cool, so I'm curious to see what kind of strings people can find out with them, because there's going to be some insane stuff for sure. Finally, I want to look at the stats of the character, and then we'll wrap it up. So right here, we see Duke showing off the defense stance. Now, they don't have all the stances unlocked because on Foda's account right now, as you can see in the top right, they're only like level 3, I think, and that's when the defense stance apparently is unlocked. So defense stance takes 1 away from speed, leaving you with 5 speed, but does give you that 6 defense. Now, I think maybe in 2v2s, this is a bit worth it. Right there, photo moves over, you can see the base stats, which are 6, 5, 5, 6. And I think the base stats are crazy. I think that's super, super good. The lower dex makes you wonder, okay, well, you know, you can definitely probably give up a dex and reallocate it somewhere else, unless Greatsword actually has dex-specific combos with Jaeyun. And in that case, you're probably going to want to maybe even give a dex. Who knows? No one knows. It's going to be wild figuring it out, but I would assume right now, like a lot of other characters, how taking away a dex is kind of optimal nowadays. I would guess that whatever dex or whatever stance takes away the dex possibly is the most optimal right now. So you might be able to run like 7 strength or like 7 speed, which would be super, super crazy. It's going to be one or the other, as we can tell. Okay, guys, so that's my thoughts on the latest character in Brawl, which is Jaeyun, and the new weapon, Greatsword. It's super cool that they decided to go with the sword and sword combo because it's going to allow people to see that this isn't just sword but bigger. I mean, it kind of is, but you know, you get my point that it is a completely different move kit with a bunch of cool new features that they're trying out. Now, I think some of this stuff is probably going to have to be tuned. Like I said, a couple SIGs and also the moves itself. If you're able to get like a lot of hits in off of one dodge, that might have to be adjusted. However, the stats are great for this character and overall the design's super sick. So I don't really care what anyone says. I think it's going to be hard to make this character bad even if they do nerf it. Thanks for watching, guys, and let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I'm really, really curious as to see like what you guys think of this character. See ya, everyone.